Hey everyone and welcome to our channel. In the world of project management, it is very easy to mistake activity for progress. You might have a perfectly groomed backlog but still be heading in the wrong direction. That's where Jira Goals comes in. It's the bridge between your daily grind and the high-level strategy. Today I'm going to show you how to set, track and achieve objectives directly in Jira so your teams stop just doing work and start delivering results. Let's jump in. In the Atlassian's ecosystem, Jira Goals is a cross-platform feature designed to bridge the gap between the high-level strategy and the daily execution. It isn't just a task with a due date, it's a dedicated object that connects your company's why to your team's how. Goals are high-level outcomes that multiple projects or streams of work connect to. Unlike a Jira ticket that tracks work, Jira Goal tracks the outcome. Now, I've already created several goals so you can see that they have a hierarchical structure. I can nest multiple goals or objectives one under the other. So I'm starting with a single highest level objective, then I have 3 lower level objectives, and each objective then is broken down into key results. Each item has a name, a status, progress target date, an owner, and you can also create custom fields if you want to add some additional information to these items. They have specific statuses that are predefined for you, and let's have a look at one of these. I've created a couple of objectives that help me track the outcomes of my Mastering Measurable project. This objective is broken down into different key results. Each key results can be assigned metrics that helps me to track this key result. Whenever I post updates, I will be updating the actual metrics, and the metrics roll up to the progress of the whole objective or the desired outcome. Both objectives and key results can be linked to work items in Jira or to whole project. Your Jira Goals can support the objectives and key results framework, or you can use them to track your KPIs or key performance metrics. Let me walk you through the steps of creating such a goal or objective. First of all, you need to access Jira Goals. You will find it in the top left corner along other apps in your Atlassian suite. If you don't see Jira Goals, ask your administrator to enable it. Alright, so once you access the goals, you'll find the Create Goal button in the top right corner. Once you click on the button, you will see a pop-up asking you to enter the name of the objective. So in this example, we want to deliver a world-class onboarding experience for new users. The next option is called Type. It will be the top level item. Then once we start breaking down the objective into key results, you will be able to select a different type. For now, let's leave it as it is and let's set it for the next quarter. You can also assign an owner. Once an objective is created, you will be redirected to the objective details where you find different tabs. Starting with the overview, you can add some additional description here. I've already prepared one, so you want to give some more context to the readers, and let's just save it. In that case, we want to transform our initial user journey from a standard setup process into a competitive advantage. Let's hit save. Now the description is ready, but we need some more detailed key results that are measurable, and by achieving the key results we will be able to achieve the broader outcome. I've already prepared some examples, so let me just paste it. And the first key result we want to achieve is to reduce average time to value first successful project from 14 days to 5 days. So let's make it time bound. Let's aim to achieve it by May, and let's add a metric. It would be the average time to value. So we want to go from 14 days to 5 days. So the starting value would be 14 and the target value will be 5 days here. We don't really have other options than percent, number or currency. So number would work, and we can add that it is expressed in days. Let's add this metric, and now we have our key results. Of course, we can keep adding more key results. Now the key results can be measured, right? So I don't have any data to update it yet, but let's say I got some feedback from my onboarding team, and with the latest update they managed to reduce the average time from 14 days to 10 days. So what can I do here? Well, I can edit the key result and post an update. When I hit the update, you'll notice that I have a target date here. I have a description. So let's add great news. Onboarding takes 10 days. All right. And let's set the value to 10. That means that we've already made 44% progress. Let's hit post and success. Our metric was updated. Of course, you can do more than that. You can add followers, you can assign it to a team. In my case, let's say the Mercury team is the onboarding team. You can also use tags, as you'll be working with multiple objectives and key results. This can be your themes, this can be your departments, and we can also enter a start date, right? So let's say we started in the beginning of this month. Alright, so far so good. Now that we have updated our key result, let's also connect it to a Jira work item. As I've already created a related project or space in Jira, I have a task that relates to the onboarding topic, and of course you can add here multiple work items or even whole projects. Now my task is in progress. If I now have a look at this task, you will also notice that there is a dedicated field that actually shows the related goals. So the team working on the task will see exactly the outcome that they are working on to achieve. Alright, so far so good. Let's have a look at some other sections here. You can also share your lessons learned, so always good to share what you've learned so other users can learn on your success. Also, if you identified any risks or maybe you encountered any risks and you want to share this knowledge so other team members can avoid such surprises, there's also a dedicated space to do that. And you can also communicate your decisions. But let's go back to our goals. Now we have a new goal and the linked key result. Now what I have not done is I haven't really updated the status. So let's do it one more time. Let's post an update and this time also update the current status. So we are on track here. You can also change it to at risk, off track, completed, post or cancelled. So let's hit we are on track. And let's post an update. So far so good. You have your key results updated. Now as you can see, the objectives status still needs an update, as it is always a good idea to review what your teams are doing and not simply rely on the status update. So let's do the same and let's update the objectives status as well. Now using the breadcrumb you can navigate to the whole list. Now that's not all that you can do here. Of course, there are some additional filters. You can create your custom views as well as switch to that timeline so you can see what outcomes you are currently working on and what are the upcoming objectives directly on the timeline. You can view the timeline by months, or if you want to have a closer look, switch to weeks. Now, while Jira Goals has improved significantly, finally giving teams a native way to track outcomes instead of just outputs, it isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. Depending on your organization's scale, the complexity of your reporting, or your existing tech stack, it might not be the best way to track your OKRs. At Genius Gecko, we believe that tool should fit your strategy, not the other way around. If you're still in the decision-making phase, there are several powerful alternatives we can help you explore. Reach out to us for a free consultation call. You will find the link in the description. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.